think it's channeling something that I've always wanted to express, but I've never been able to. Like, there are people that watch this channel that really, really like my rants. And, they're not too big a fan of my chopsticks. I understand. It's not very good. It's not supposed to be. I mean, I would say that making music isn't about making something that is aesthetically pleasing. Like, it doesn't always have to be. I mean, I think that if you're an actual professional musician, that's kind of the point. I think a lot of people, a lot of artists and mentally ill people, they're trying to is sublimate the right word? Like, they're trying to showcase a particular experience they're having through the music. I think that I'm trying to showcase my disgruntledness with the world. So what I do musically is just a more obnoxious version of those rants. Yeah, it's not supposed to be pretty. Sometimes I gotta admit, I'm real impressed by it. Not very often, but like, I just do it because it feels good to do it, you know? It doesn't matter what other people think about it. It's not like I'm taking it to I'm not taking it to some producer and trying to be established or anything like that, you know? When people tell me, like, you should make an album, like, what part of my personality even suggests that I would be the type to do that, you know? Like, I'm gonna take this to the next level. Like, I was thinking about that relation to comedy. I probably sound like I'm bitter. I'm not bitter about it. Like, I'm not a conventional person, so why would my comedy be conventional? Why would my music be conventional? You know? A lot of these conventional comics, they're getting the conventional treatment. So, you know, they're touring and they're going on fucking Kill Tony. I don't want to do Kill Tony. There's nothing appealing about that show, or whatever the fuck it is. It's a podcast. I hate podcasts. But yeah, like, more mainstream people are gonna do the mainstream bullshit. And I'm not trying to knock them saying that, because I think those people are still really talented and funny and all that, you know? There are plenty of mainstream bands that are really good. I mean, y'all know I like Dave Matthews. Dave Matthews is about as mainstream as they get. But he's a really good guitar player. And he's got really good like musicianship or whatever. I mean, he's got a great relationship with his band members. So obviously there's something he's doing right. You know, Jerry Seinfeld, he's fucking boring, but there's something he's doing right. But it's like, if you're not conventional, you're probably not gonna get all the shit that conventional people do for obvious reasons. But that being said, I'm happy for people. They get what they deserve, you know? People always ask me about Fiona Colley. Fiona Colley is really funny. And she's smoking hot, and she's extremely humble. I've spoken with her a few times. She's a really genuine person. And you don't really see that very often. Especially with, you know, people that are trying to get into the entertainment business. So, that's nice. Okay, I don't understand why they'd sit there with their lights on. It's like the whole point of catching people is to remain obscure. Right? Right? I mean, I'm just pretending I'm a cop, okay? Like, they're sitting in the middle of the fucking median with their lights on. It's like, I know what you're doing. You think it's just some random ass person sitting in a meeting with their lights on? That don't make no sense. But yeah, anytime that I mention that I do comedy, people always ask me like the same 3 questions. They'll be like, oh, so zanies? Do you do zanies? Then they ask me, have I heard of Kill Tony? And then, of course, they ask me if I have a podcast. It's so fucking annoying. But at the same time, you can't expect people to not assume that you're like everybody else, you know? It's like people assume I have a smartphone. That's why they keep sending me messages with links, you know? It's just annoying, okay? I'm not complaining just to complain. I'm sorry if I'm one of those people. I hate those people, right? Right? But yeah. I don't know. Sometimes I'll scroll on Instagram and I'll look at like all these comics that are doing the mainstream thing, and like I'm happy for them, but I'm not jealous of them. But I do wonder like what it's like to be them and have that kind of success, you know? I'm sure it feels pretty good. It's gotta get redundant though. But I guess everything's redundant. This shit's redundant.